Jared Parry for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Stout and Forged Irish Stout. Delighted to be joined here in Cardiff by Caroline Dubois. Jessica McCaskill, Lauren Price is the world title fight here, but we're sure that maybe you could be headlining for a world title soon on the Boxer card.
Obviously that's the plan, God willing that happens sooner rather than later. I would love to be fighting for a world title, I'd love to be headlining, and I'd love to be fighting a great opponent, like Lauren is today.
I was going to say, it's been a big rise for you. Like, obviously, we've seen just building and building and building. We've seen you now obviously be mandated for belts too. Just how happy are you with your progression of your career?
Very happy. I feel like I've moved very quickly and I've moved in a good direction. I feel like I've not taken any, piss around fights. I've stepped right into the deep end, and I feel like that's going to hold me in good stead when I finally take that final big jump into the, deep waters. And I feel like I'm ready when it happens, and I'll be ready.
In the lightweight division, we have just seen two new world champions recently crowned. I'm going to start firstly with Rhiannon Dixon. Obviously, she beat Caroline back in Manchester. What did you make of that fight, and would you welcome that fight with Dixon?
I think I've been very vocal that I'll take that fight anytime, any place. I think she boxed well. She surprised me with the power. She got the knockdown, and then she kind of faded at the end. But I think it was a very good performance. She got the win, and Caroline was a good fighter. Very experienced, very awkward, and I think she gave Katiie Taylor a lot of challenges, and Rhiannon was able to come through.
The next one's also in the Matchroom stable. It was Beatriz Ferreira. She came through against one of your former opponents as well. What did you make of that one?
Yeah, it was a really good performance, really strong, really aggressive, looked dominating. I thought she looked really well, yeah.
And I also want to talk to you a bit about the gym. Obviously, we've got a big fight for your stablemate, Chris Billam-Smith, coming up. Obviously, he's travelling into the Lions Den, going into Crystal Palace's ground, Selhurst Park, to rematch Richard Riakporhe. What's the buzz been around the gym? Because obviously, I'm sure when you've got a date, and especially a fight as big as that, I'm sure it's always buzzing.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like the gym is always buzzing, to be honest. We've seen Ellie Scottney just pick up, 3 belts just the other day. Chris has now obviously been scheduled in. The fight's been announced for this massive stadium show. Adam's looking to fight Harlem Eubank. I feel like it's me only one slacking right now. So, yeah, I think the gym is always buzzing. Chris has obviously got a huge fight, a huge opponent ahead of him. A revenge night, definitely in the books for him. I think he can do it, man.
When are you looking to get back out? Obviously, all these fights now, Boxer are announcing big shows, like we said, the Selhurst Park show. There's obviously the show is obviously in Poland as well, just in a couple of weeks' time with Lawrence Okoli. Are you looking to get on one of them cards? Are you looking to get onto one that hasn't been yet announced?
No, I'm looking to get out sooner rather than later. I think a fight date has been penciled in, but you know how boxing is with politics. Until it gets signed on the dotted line, until it becomes announced, nothing's official. So I'm not going to be going out saying, I'm fighting here or there until it becomes officially announced. But it's going to be announced soon, and it's going to be a big one.
So I want to talk to you as well, Katiie Taylor. A fight you've actually called for with Katiie Taylor as well. She is now fighting Amanda Serrano in a rematch, but it's on an undercard. But the undercard of Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. What do you make of all of that?
Oh, I think £6 million is what I make of it. So, she's gone for the money. I don't think anyone can blame her. Boxing's a hard sport, and she's earned her stripes. She's earned it.
And one that I want to touch on as well, a recent split from Matchroom to Queensberry, Chantelle Cameron. What did you make of all of that situation? Because she wanted that trilogy fight with Katiie Taylor, didn't come through, and now she's parted ways and gone to Queensberry. What do you make of all that movement?
I think she's just been very frustrated lately. Obviously, even the fight, it didn't go away, and how it went down, not the knockdown getting counted, the holding and everything. She's just been very frustrated, and then obviously she feels like she's a bit hard done by Matchroom and their team. So I think getting released is benefit her, and maybe even Matchroom as well, because no one wants to fight on their team that isn't happy. And she's gone with Queensberry, so there's still a chance that the crossover fights can happen with the 5v5s. So I think she's in a good position.
You say that with the 5v5, I'm sure we've all seen here and Sandy Ryan went at it on Twitter a little bit. Do you think that's a fight you would like to see on a 5v5 card?
100%, it's a great fight. I know they've been saying they don't want to fight each other, but I think it's a great fight, it's an exciting fight, and a dust-up to see who's the best.
Just a final one, just a message to all your fans out there.
I'm so thankful and grateful for everyone who shows up at my fights, and I just can't wait to fight again and put in another performance.
Caroline Dubois, thank you very much for your time.